Hello, it's Vaughn at Spirit of Health. Hey, in our fasting series here, I wanted to go over some of the cautions with fasting. There's quite a few. I just kind of want to briefly go through some of these because they're really important and they might be really relevant to somebody out there. One is planning ahead. What's the old saying? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So it's so true. I mean, especially if you're gonna go into a deep fast, like an extended water fast, plan ahead, sanctify time. Don't think you're gonna be able to work and do all your normal functions. Ideally, you plan to go somewhere. I mean, why not maximize your fast by going to a healing environment? Go to a retreat center, go to a beach, go to the woods, go to a cabin. Go somewhere where you can really, deeply heal and encounter God and plan for it. I think that's smart. Start slow is really a key. You want to go slowly, especially if you haven't done a lot of fasting before. So start with small successes. Start with 1 day, 3 days, 7 days, 10 days. Maybe you slowly work up to this. But for some people, 1 day is just a huge confidence builder. Addictions. This is a big caution with fasting. Get support. Fasting's powerful, and I believe it can break addictions. It can heal the body. If you think about AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, and stuff like that. I mean, how do they break alcoholism? You fast. You don't consume alcohol. You don't touch it. You fast from it. So I think addictions can be powerful, but you have to use caution because, for example, if you have any history, men or women, of an eating disorder, anorexia, bulimia, fasting and abstinence from food can sometimes trigger those emotions and cause people to go back into those addictions. So you just have to be really careful. Tell people that you're going to fast. Get support. Make sure you have friends and family that are kind of walking through this with you. And I think if you're going to be successful at it and you have any history of those issues, you want to be smart. Blood sugars, hypoglycemia, and diabetes. You have to be cautious, but at the same time, I don't know what people have been told out there, but fasting is actually the best way to heal these conditions, all of these conditions. You don't heal these conditions by eating more food, by eating frequent meals throughout the day. You're basically managing your condition. You're not healing your body. So start slow. Start by skipping one meal. Just skip breakfast and eat lunch and dinner. Or for some people, it's starting to eat 3 square meals a day. Okay? Stop all the snacking and the extras and all that. Just start with 3 meals a day. And then go down to 2 meals a day. And if you do that over the course of a few weeks, you'll actually heal your blood sugars, hypoglycemia, and diabetes. Because most of those conditions are caused from issues with metabolism and the foods and the way we've been eating. So we can correct that actually through fasting. All right, blood pressure, high and low. So low blood pressure is weak blood, weak adrenal glands. Actually, a little sea salt in the water can help that. Licorice root can help that. But you have to rest. You're going to feel weak and tired and dizzy. Water fasting is going to be really hard, so you might want to eat some food as part of your fast or whatever fast you're doing. High blood pressure is usually kidney problems. Most of the time. It can be stress-induced, anxiety type of blood pressure, but it's normally kidney issues. So really working on the fluid systems, working on the kidneys. I have a kidney cleanse on my website. But most any kind of fasting is going to help lower blood pressure. If you get on eating just fruits and vegetables or, there's even water. I mean, all these types of things can bring blood pressure down pretty quickly. Low blood pressure is probably a little bit more dangerous, honestly, when it comes to fasting, because you just have to be careful because you can feel really weak and tired and dizzy and black out and things like that. So, like I said, a little Himalayan pink salt in the water can help a lot with that low blood pressure. Hot or cold body temperature. I ask that people all the time. If you're hot all the time, raw foods would be good. If you need to lose weight, raw foods. If you're cold, thin, weak digestion, you might want more warm cooked foods, steamed vegetables, soups, hot teas. So there's a lot of ways you can warm up your body. Far infrared saunas, sunbathing, boosting the thyroid. So a lot of times low body temperature is low thyroid. You can add herbs to increase circulation. So ginger, cayenne pepper, the digestive heat powder we have on our website. Breaking a fast properly, I have a whole video on breaking a fast properly. Just any fool can fast, but only a wise man can properly break a fast. It's so true. Children. Can children fast? Yes. It's called a Daniel fast. No meat, no sweets, no alcohol. It's a healthy lifestyle. Daniel did it for 3 years. Any child can do it. So I don't believe it's true that children can't fast, that pregnant women can't fast. They can eat a healthy diet. They can eat a healthy Daniel fasted type of lifestyle. And we do that for the most part with our family. Here's some ideas. Try for 3 meals a day, 3 square meals a day. Get away from all the snacky snacks. If they do want a snack or something, really try to stick to fruit. Try skipping meals once in a while. So, here's an example for us. A lot of times we'll get up. By the time we get up and around in the morning, we have oatmeal with our kids, and it might be 10, 11 o'clock before we actually, play a few games or do whatever we're doing and eat oatmeal. And I skip lunch quite a bit, honestly, and have an early dinner. So basically from when the kids woke up to a 5 o'clock dinner, they've had a bowl of oatmeal. That's just an example. We use fruit a lot. We'll get up in the morning, we'll do some fruit, and then maybe a light lunch like a salad or something, and then dinner, or there's all different kinds of ways you can do it. But even just eating a Daniel fasted type of lifestyle is very healthy, even if you're eating full meals. Make easy, quick meals and don't feel guilty about it. If you're in a rush, if you're busy, make a smoothie. Takes 5 minutes, boom, they love it, and you move on. All right? And just keep it light. Coffee. Cautions with fasting coffee. I probably should do a whole video on coffee, but the coffee thing's challenging. I'm not going to, who am I to tell anybody what they should and shouldn't do? That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to encourage people and educate people, and I've struggled on and off with coffee. I know lots of people who have issues with coffee. What can I say about it? You can say positive things about it, you can say negative things about it. The thing is if coffee's a burden to you, you're thinking about it all the time, you're having to ask about it all the time, it's clearly a problem. Like, you're kind of admitting in a problem if you're asking all the time, like, can I have coffee? Can I drink coffee while I'm fasting? How about coffee? Like, we don't ask that about cucumbers. We don't ask that about apples. But we ask that about coffee. Why? So I would just say to go in there to yourself and ask you, why are you so concerned about the coffee thing? Maybe that'll tell you something right there. But it's a diuretic. It causes water loss. It causes mineral loss. It causes dehydration. It's a stimulant. So it keeps our body from resting. It keeps our nervous system stimulated. It's something called innervation. It keeps our nervous system always ramped up and anxious. Most people know if we overdo it, we get anxious with coffee. If we stop coffee, oftentimes we have a detox. Why do we have a detox? Why do we have headaches and negative reactions to coffee? Because the body's been storing it, and it's releasing it into the blood. And so just something to think about with the coffee. Detox symptoms, a favorite topic. You got to understand that the body goes into house cleaning mode when we fast and when we cleanse. Rashes, cold flu symptoms, skin breakouts, headaches. These things are normal when you're fasting. It doesn't mean you need to quit, that there's something wrong. Aches and pains and different discomforts actually can be a sign of the body healing and regenerating itself. If we understand what it is, we're not so likely to not understand it or quit or if we don't understand something, we might quit early. Eating disorders, I kind of mentioned that with addictions. Fear. There's a lot of fear with fasting. I think it's mostly unfounded. Yes, you have to be smart, but it shouldn't be something we have to fear. There's dozens of books, thousands of testimonials. There's entire healing clinics and things that have been set up specifically on fasting. Really encourage you not to be discouraged by your friends and your family and your doctor who don't understand fasting. Don't be discouraged by them because they probably just don't understand. Be successful with short fasts. Just do a day. You can do a day, then try 3 days, and just work your way up. Do it with a spouse. Do it with a friend. Do it with family members. There is strength in numbers. That's another little tip. Gorging. Raise your hand if you knew you were going to start a fast on a certain day and ate as much as you possibly could, completely gorging yourself up until you started the fast. Okay? I've done it. A lot of us probably have done it. I'm going to encourage you not to do it. It's not smart. Guilt. It's easy to feel guilty with fasting. We're struggling to be perfect. We're struggling with failure and condemnation. We are called to be sanctified to the Lord. We are called to turn away from the desires of the flesh and to be holy. But there's grace. But we also can't use grace as an excuse to continue to fail over and over and over and give excuse and way to our flesh. At some point, we do have to mature. We do have to grow up into these things. And it's not easy. But, guilt and condemnation is not from the Lord. He's so gentle. He's so encouraging. He's just like, do it again, try it again, try it again. That's a tough one. But it is a choice, and it is a journey, and it does take time, and it does take help, and it takes friends, and it takes the gentle kindness of the Lord. But I feel like we can get there. But don't let guilt be a part of your journey. Regardless of how many times you've gone up and down this mountain and fallen back down, and you've been in the pit a while and you've been on the mountaintop sometimes, just don't let guilt be a part of your journey. But do not live in false grace and never achieve or mature or grow deeper in the Spirit. That's what I would say to that. Infections. Kind of talk about it if you've listened to my fast, like if you have candida, yeast, fungus, mold, clostridia, viral infections, be really careful about not overdoing fruit sugars. Kidney failure. Kidneys are crucial to normal function. And if you have kidney problems, you really shouldn't jump into a deep water fast or something like that. It can really be dangerous. So work your way into fasting. Do the kidney cleanse on my website, Kidney Cleanse Option 2. It's amazing for the kidneys. Medications. Standard statement you hear is work with your doctor related to medications you're taking. I wish it was that easy. Our medical system doesn't really understand the own medications they're recommending. They don't understand nutrition. They don't understand fasting. They don't understand cleansing. So it's really challenging. Fasting can make you healthy. Fasting can make you not need your medications, because medications are for a body that's out of balance. Medications are a person who has a health condition. So when you're cleansing and healing and doing all the right things, you don't need the medications. So where's the doctor that's going to help you get off the medications? So a lot of times it ends up being a choice of something you have to figure out on your own. A lot of times when people fast and cleanse and eat right, they start to have these really negative symptoms that, you know what? They're from their medications. They're from their medications, because those medications are balancing some imbalance in the body, but when the body gets healthy, all of a sudden those medications start causing exacerbated negative conditions in the human body. But if we don't understand that, we'll quit. We don't understand. Pregnancy and nursing. Pregnant women can fast. Nursing women can fast. And when I say that, I say Daniel fast. You could also eat raw. You could also eat warm cooked foods. I talked about 11 different types of fast. There's many of these that a pregnant or nursing mom can do. At least the first 4 or 5. So, no, I'm not going to have a pregnant or nursing woman water fast or dry fast or anything like that. But, my wife's a good example. Our first daughter, a lot of classic symptoms of nausea and different issues with a pregnancy. And after her birth, we really worked on my wife's diet and her liver, and she did some cleansing. And that second pregnancy was amazing, night and day. No morning sickness, no nausea, felt good the entire pregnancy, exercised throughout the entire pregnancy. Totally different experience, because she worked on her body, and she worked on her liver, and she cleansed, and she ate right. It's really important. Pride and feelings of moral superiority. Man, this is one really I caution myself with, and all of us with, is feeling like you're better than somebody else because you did a 40-day fast, or these people out there promoting raw food, or or keto or all these different things can kind of create these cliques of superiority or how awesome I am and you should be like me and eat this way or whatever. I mean, the Bible actually warns us against those things. I just really encourage you to not feel superior to anybody else because you've done anything. In fact, what my journey's been is the more you fast and cleanse and pursue holiness and do these things, the more the blah of your flesh is revealed to you. I mean, the Lord has shown me that. I mean, my flesh has nothing to offer. If I let my flesh go, I mean, I'd be dead. So we have nothing in us that can make us feel like we're better than anybody else because we eat an all-fruit diet or an all-raw diet or this or that. And we got to let that go, man, because we are all weak and broken and we need the Lord. And, you know, we need to grow. We need to grow in humility. So we're going to have lots of failures and lots of successes in fasting. So we just need to be humble in that. Rest, crucially important. We don't do it enough. If you plan ahead, that's going to help a lot. But you need to rest while you're fasting. Water, I did a whole video on water, so maybe watch that. That would be helpful. So I know that was kind of quick, but I just wanted to give you some key cautions and things to watch out for when fasting to help you be more successful on your fasting journey. I love you all, and I'm excited to hear about all your successes. And man, I'd even love to hear your failures. I can share some of those with you in your fasting journey. God bless.